What's going on? It's Justeeni here. Cymanti is a menace. And I actually kind of suck at playing Cymanti, so this game is actually not from me. This is from Davi, who is much better at Cymanti than anyone else that I know. He's very good at the game. You're going to see this. Also noteworthy, the opponent is Rats. Davi sent me this game and was like, this is content. I watched it and I'm like, yeah, this is content. That's totally how the conversation went. But yeah, it's Cymanti, and you're gonna see a lot of. It's gonna look very strange and unfamiliar if you're not familiar with how Cymanti works. This game is gonna be absolutely wild. If you are familiar with how Cymanti works, this game's still gonna be pretty interesting. So yeah, let's get right into things. So currently just doing Cymanti classic opening turn 0 fungi, double warrior. Cymanti exploring with the shaman here, recycling pre-cap. This is the standard way to play Cymanti. Even with no fungi in your second city, it is still worth getting recycling like that. And yeah, quite the journey for the shaman, going towards the ruin, I suppose. Again, I might not be able to explain everything that happens in this raid play because I didn't play this game, and a Cymanti is a tribe that I'm not good at. But we see the explorer, makes sense, getting some more vision, stepping on the ruin, it seems to be pretty safe. Going towards this village, we see pretty slow expansion, but we do get the riding ruin. Very slow economy as well, being forced to grab hunting, but we are very close to a centipede. Just getting mycelium should do the trick. But we see Imperius already, close to the shaman, a little worrisome. We do see network, connecting everything, getting the first centipede on turn 8. Park of Fortune goes down. Fungi to grab an explorer. Seeing a vet sword. Oh, that is not good. And a rider. Imperius with the riding roads. A classic. Shaman walking away. Very, very scared. And we see a siege. Oh, not holding the siege. Possible mistake. Not recognizing that Davi has like no units here. See hydrology just basically fishing for Cymanti. And this is something you do not see every day. City wall with Cymanti. Why is this unusual? Because Cymanti has like no units with fortify. Their Ketons don't have fortify. It's literally just their warriors, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't feel like checking. I'm pretty sure only their warriors have fortify. But this is actually the only way to defend here. Kind of crazy. And also, a little crazy, the shaman is dead. Normally this is like GG's. Oh my goodness, siege here too. Really bad. But we're gonna see Cymanti not resigning. Insanely delicious border growth here. This border growth will be incredible. And using recycling to destroy the bridge, which is going to give Cymanti 5 stars. We see a nice explosion there, poisoning the sword. Okay, but Rats going crazy with the expansion. Cymanti on 4 cities, Imperius on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Soon to be 7. Another border growth, taking more space. This is the how to play Cymanti right here. Textbook. Border growths are very, very good with Cymanti. And trade. Another textbook play. Just grab that economy. Imperius also developing. Grabbing a giant. Park of Fortune. Eye of God. Oh my goodness. And we see another exploding of the segment. Building up those Clathris because they work with the fungi. And on turn 12, with just 4 cities, we see 28 star per turn. Certainly not doing bad, despite the really rough attack, being forced in the wall, losing the shaman, all of that. Somehow it's like Cymanti's unfazed by it. It's kind of crazy. See another giant. Now climbing, trying to explore over here in the northeast. Another centipede. Another Clathris. Again, still 4 cities, by the way. 8 star per turn per city. Kind of insane. Why do you need that much economy? You'll see why. Now, going for this warrior kill, this is a misplay by Rats. Yeah, cool Vet Rider, but it's gonna die. Hexapod's cool. Unfortunately, this is just donating free segments to the opponent, so a bit of advice to those wondering how to beat Cymanti, don't do this. This is unfortunately just giving away free segments, which Cymanti will happily capitalize on. And we see this play. This is a very common trick for Cymanti. Any unit that isn't at full HP, if you have 5 stars to spare, place a mycelium, decompose it immediately, you get the stars back, and you heal the unit. So it's basically free. You just need to have the stars on hand to do it. And it's free healing in your city borders. And you can do it like every turn. And you see like Rats chipping away at the centipede's head. But this also actually isn't a very good play because of the mycelium trick that I just talked about, that we just saw. And we see all these riders, all these giants built up. Unfortunately, all this doesn't really mean much right now because there's no breakthrough for Rats. And now we see, that's right, Dumux. No longer a meme unit. In fact, it's they're really good. I'm just gonna put it that way. Dumux are very strong, and you will see what I mean. And yeah, again, Rats trying to chip down the centipede head, but it's just gonna keep healing for free. 6 HP a turn, 2 from healing naturally, 4 from the mycelium. So yeah, I guess it keeps the centipede weak. But now the Dumux are getting built up. Lots of Dumux again. Thank goodness we have a lot of economy here in the Clathrus. Now again, trying to weaken these centipede segments. But they're just going to get healed with mycelium anyway, just like before. Now we see Knights going down. Very timely. Except the Dumux goes and just explodes everything. Explodes everything here because these riders aren't at full HP. They're taking a lot of damage. We see an explosion here to get a fungi that's going to upgrade things. Now we see rituals getting the shaman back. It's only a tier 2 tech to get your shaman, so pretty affordable. And yeah, just devastated this army here. And we see this explorer. Rats at this city. Again, how many cities does Rats have? I believe 8 cities versus 5. But like, can you really say with a straight face Cymanti is losing here? No, you can't. In fact, I'd already say Cymanti has run away with the game. Don't believe me? Keep watching. We're gonna see this attack. Sieging with a 2 HP makes sense. Deny as much income as you can. Still 31 star per turn with the siege, by the way. So yeah, Cymanti just does not care. Another centipede. Boosting everything. Very, very nice push there. Love to see it. Another village here to grab. Mycelium just getting insane value. And yeah, now trying to chip away at this Dumux. It's on a defense boosted tile. Able to chain through. Take out the centipede. It's gonna help. But there's still just no breakthrough. Just kind of trading units, really. I mean, taking out the centipede is nice. But we see now in the east, this city's in a lot of trouble with Dumux and Warrior nearby. Another centipede with a segment. Another mycelium play. Advancing the Dumux on these defense boosted tiles. They're actually quite hard to kill there. About as hard to kill as a sword. And we see Rats just kind of biting the bullet here, taking out the segment. Taking out this Dumux. Had to take it out for the zone of control in the way. Able to just barely take out the centipede. Very costly, but very necessary at the same time. Dumux is sieging here. And Cymanti's no longer going to have a city disadvantage, and once that happens, that's bad news for Rats. Another very strong Dumux explosion. That attack plus explode is just crazy value. You see archery just getting more defense boosted Dumux. Keeping them in a clump because who cares about a chain? I mean, we see a chain. from rats. And yeah, you can chain through a few units. Take out some Dumux, get some nice value, but there's still 2 Dumux standing. We see a giant siege. Looks like it's going to be costly to unsiege. Another giant coming in for support. But it just takes a hit, explode. Now these giants are poisoned. They're super, super weak when they're poisoned. Hexapod doesn't even die from retaliation. Now the giant's cleared. This giant's poisoned as well, so if that tries to siege, the same fate is there for it. Rat's now resigning. He's had enough. Cymanti about to actually be equal on cities. Soon a city advantage once Cymanti takes these cities. But yeah, Cymanti was just down cities the entire game and won anyway. Something, Clathrus, Dumux. Yeah, there were some really nice plays though. The city wall, being willing to just give up the shaman. You know, like if you guys are wondering how to play Cymanti, I think this game is a really, really good example. Like lots of resilience here. These border growths are insanely strong. But yeah, this was a pretty interesting game in some respects. You can see lots of Cymanti tricks, navigating what should be a horrible position, but just being fine, I guess. Because yeah. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Like and sub, and have a good one.